Turn this down. I'm starting to get cold now. All right. Sledge. What's up? So, this is a little drive home video about YouTube trucking recruiters. I go dancing in, we go dancing in, show for me. I will show for you. All right. So, this video is about YouTube trucking recruiters. Recruiters. Now, obviously, I have used YouTube to recruit drivers before to the companies that I have been associated with, i.e., the last one I was at and Night Transportation. But I want to give you guys a little insight. I want to give you guys a little insight into how the trucking recruitment stuff works on YouTube. Now, obviously, YouTube truckers have a large reach amongst many drivers, really fast, really easy. And in a lot of cases, companies will offer different types of incentives for recruiting drivers. Sometimes that is sometimes that's a one-time check of, $300, $500, $1,000, $2,000, whatever it is, and there are stipulations to being able to earn those. Basically, the driver would come to people would come to the company, and they have to stay there for X amount of days or complete X amount of miles or loads or whatever in order to get that bonus paid out. So kind of what happens is if the company knows that you have a YouTube channel, sometimes they'll make a side deal with you. Now, some companies will offer just the large lump sum, and you go online and you talk about the company, whether you like the company or not. A lot of people will make recruitment videos just to get that referral bonus to supplement their income, which is fine. I mean, people can do that because it's up to you as the viewer to make your own decision on whether or not that company is going to be potentially a good fit for you. Some companies will offer a commission-based incentive. So like 1%, 2%, whatever, off the revenue of that truck, which comes out of the company's side, not the driver's side. So the recruiter isn't taking money from the driver directly. It's coming from the company's profit. Now at Night Transportation, the referral bonus at the time when I was there was $300 a piece. But just for being at Night Transportation, myself, Little Guy, and Sinister were all receiving a monthly stipend of $1,250. Now that was basically just to be there and wear night shirts in our videos, and to talk good about the company on a semi-regular basis. But we still got the $300 per person referral bonus whenever someone came to the company, but they had to either click our special link that we had or put our name in the application that we were the ones that referred them. Now, at the other company that I was at, it was a commission-based situation, as most of you know. That got put out a long time ago. There was no lump sum, and I don't know if there is now. I don't know if the current recruiting staff have changed that plan or if they're still on the same plan. But that had a cap on it. and you could only recruit so many and earn that. But if you're earning, say, 15 or 20% in total, so you're earning 1% or 2% or 3% off of numerous trucks, but if it totals out to 20%, that can be a good a good little side gig. And when you get into a thing like that, a good side gig like that, you will pretty much do or say anything if it's benefiting you that greatly. Now, for the most part, you can't, because guys and girls on YouTube, you guys, the watchers, the viewers, are very knowledgeable and can see bullshit when somebody tries to spit it out there. But in some cases, some people are really good at playing the victim card or selling things or whatever, and they try to trick you. They try to trick you. But here's the thing I will tell you about YouTube trucking recruiters. If that person that's trying to tell you that the company is a good place to be, okay, has never done what that company does. So if it's a, you know, oversized company and you've got a guy that used to be a driver and is now the lead recruiter trying to tell you this is the best oversized company to come work for, blah, 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 blah. Come here. We've got owner operator spots. We've got lease positions. We got company driver positions. We got this, we got that. If they're trying to sell you real hard like that, and they're using every avenue possible, and they've never done the work that is done at that company, you cannot trust them. You cannot trust that person. You cannot trust anyone around that person, because they are being influenced by that recruiter. Okay? So if they're currently not doing what that company does as far as the type of driving, the equipment, whatever it is, if they're moving windmills, whatever, doesn't matter. If they've never done it and they're trying to recruit you, you can't trust them. They're getting greased. You understand? They're getting greased in the background heavily. Okay? So you have to be very careful, very careful. And just remember that if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And when everything else around you is telling you that it's too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true. I mean, right now, if you were to lease onto any company out there that runs on the spot market, you'd be doing yourself a big disservice if 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 you have equipment that has a big payment on it. Now, if you have paid off equipment or a very low payment, extremely low payment, I'm talking your fixed cost is probably 700 or less, 600 or less, the lower the better, obviously. But if your fixed cost isn't extremely low per week, you should not even attempt to run the spot market right now. You shouldn't even attempt. You should keep an eye on it, watch it, see if there's going to be another spike like we had before. Because, hey, then you can jump ship, get on, like Steve Mann. You can take the money and run and go about your merry way. But right now, if you've got a big payment, if you've got an SFI truck, a prime truck, a Lone Mountain truck, if you didn't get a really sweet deal, you probably have a pretty high payment that you can't sustain if you're giving away anything more than 10% or so, maybe 15%. I don't know. Depends on your situation. But I mean, that's the thing. Look for a company that has the contractor freight. Don't listen to a recruiter. Don't listen to a recruiter that's not doing the same job that you're going to be doing when you get there. A YouTube trucking recruiter. Now, you know, a big company, mega carrier, recruiter, they're going to sell you on this, and you really do have to end up going to a mega carrier when you're brand new. You just do. You just do, because most small carriers cannot put you on their insurance because they're not self-insured like Swift or Knight or Warner or Schneider or whatever. Those guys make so much money, they carry their own insurance. They have their own, they are their own insurance, right? Small companies can't do that because they don't have the capital. They don't have the liquid cash to actually be able to get the policies that would allow them to bring new people on, because they're just so dang expensive, right? They just can't do it. So the big company is what's good. But the recruiter from the big company, you know what to expect with them. As you gain experience in the industry, you'll come to find out that these YouTube trucking recruiters that you see are getting a little extra. I did every time I did it, but I was also doing the job that the person would be doing when they came to that company. So I could accurately depict what was going to happen to that person when they came on. I dealt with everything. I knew what was going on. So, if you've got somebody that's never done that, that's not doing it, you can't trust them. You cannot trust them with your financial security. You can't trust them with your family. You can't trust them with that. You can't. And ask questions of that YouTube trucking recruiter. Ask them about the stability of the company. And when they tell you that it's stable, because they will, tell them to prove it. Tell them to prove it. And when they don't know how to prove it, then you need to ask for a little more evidence. You know what I'm saying? Hit the thumbs up button, people. This is free information to protect you, your family, your business from a huge mistake. And all I'm asking for is a thumbs up on the damn video. Okay? I need a thumbs up on the damn video. But just remember to be careful. YouTube trucking recruiters are getting taken care of in other ways that you will not be taken care of when you go to your company, when you go to your this company you're looking at or planning to go to. Please remember that. We get favoritism. Okay? We get favoritism. We just do. What does it say? Long Holland Manny, thank you for the $1. I appreciate the super chats, sir. But just remember that. I got favoritism at every company I was at. Okay? At every company I was at that I recruited for. Okay? The last one I was at, okay, that one that loves stuff, that one, I got favoritism. Okay? The other one, I got favoritism at Night Transportation. I did. 100%. Because those companies are afraid that you will go onto YouTube and talk bad about them. They don't want the bad press. You know what I mean? They just don't, because they feel like you could lose drivers, you could rally against them, maybe start a union. Who the hell knows? But YouTube trucking recruitment, you have to really do your research and be careful. Chaka Gills, oh shit, Rumble Strip. Thanks for the $2. Little guy is a puta. Well, he would actually be a puto, but you know what I'm saying. But just be careful. Do you guys have any questions about YouTube trucking recruitment? About a YouTuber recruiting for a trucking company? Because I'll tell you that they're getting kickbacks. They're bullshitting you to line their pockets. They don't give a shit if you succeed or fail. All they have to do is get you on board for a certain amount of time, a certain amount of miles, a certain amount of revenue, whatever it is. They get paid, then they don't give a shit. Don't let the so-called celebrity of being able to talk to somebody on the phone or privately message them or whatever cloud your better judgment and allow you to make a mistake of going somewhere where you're going to end up getting hurt in the long run, because that's not what anybody wants to see. That's around you. Your friends don't want to see you do that. Your your family, your immediate family doesn't want to see. The only people that give a shit how long you stay at the company is the person that recruited you. The company doesn't even give a shit, because you're making them money for the entire length of time you're there, because that's the way shit is set up. That's just the way shit is set up. It's just how it works. Companies are in business to make money. Okay? They're in business to make money from the moment you bring your truck over, the moment that you sign up, the moment that you get in the seat. They are designed to make money because it is expensive. Okay? It is expensive for a trucking company to recruit a driver. And if they can grease the palm of somebody on YouTube and that person's going to go on there and try to sell ice to an Eskimo, it's actually it's cheaper for them. It's cheaper. Okay, they're not doing any advertising. They're not doing any advertising. No newspapers, no billboards, no radio, no TV, none of that kind of shit. They're advertising on YouTube because look how many of you are on YouTube. How many thousands of truck drivers watch YouTube in their spare time? It's way easier to slide someone a couple $100s. We make sponsored videos. Other YouTubers make sponsored videos. We've earned that ability by working hard, build a channel. But you have to use that in the right way versus what you know. Does that make sense? I think it's out of necessity. Jeff Wilson says a month ago you were about that other company, but now you say they suck. I didn't say they suck. I never said that they suck. I said the spot market sucks. There's a difference. The spot market sucks. And you cannot have a $1,200 a week lease payment and be successful on this spot market. You just can't do it. You're at 2016 rates with a 58% higher fuel cost than those 2018 rates were, or than fuel was in 2016. You understand? Over double the fuel cost. With a big lease payment, $1,000 a week or more, you're done. You're done. You're fucking done. Because you're gonna spend $1,000 a month on your fucking shit, on your payment, your fixed crap, and then you're gonna spend another $1,000 a week on fuel. Okay? Or more. You've got insurance, trailer, fucking maintenance, all that shit that's gonna come out. A fee for this, a fee for that, a fee for this, a fee. You can't afford it. Can't fucking afford it. What's up, Anthony? I saw some of your video earlier, man. Thanks for jumping in here. I appreciate you showing up. Family's doing good. I hope yours is. I'm headed home, bro. I got 2 days off. Finally. Thank God. I needed the time off, man. I really did. Yes, the freight rates are really bad now. You are correct. Did I miss any questions or anything? No, that W9 has not pulled any freight. It won't pull any freight, and that truck's useless if it's not pulling any freight. You can take it to schools where people aren't qualified yet to work for a small carrier. You can take it to military bases where people aren't qualified to work for any carrier because they haven't had training or gotten CDLs yet, and they don't have the allotted experience to do it. You know what I mean? Blah blah blah. If you can't net $5,000 a week, you shouldn't be paying $1,000 a week on a truck. You're right. You're right. That's what I'm saying. Listen, a company that's paid by the mile, or so I mean, you want that contractor for. You want job security. You want to feel secure. Okay, that's what you want. If you guys don't want to feel secure, then go get in a big lease. Go to a company that runs solely on spot market freight, and you can worry all the fucking time, like everybody else either is or was. Okay. I mean, now guys that have experienced the dips in the market and things like that, they'll be okay. But trying to start out in this market is difficult. All right, just remember that. Little guy likes Eric's chorizo too much. A huevo. Es un medicón. Medicón, medicón. Medicón, medicón, medicón. Marty Cohn. You and Ike and Yukon are three sad, childish ass kids. Well, you write like a kid. Should have commas instead of saying and. Should be you, comma, Ike, comma, and Yukon. Okay? Come over here with that fucking kindergartner shit. Obsessed with freight waves. Listen, freight waves has good information. Okay? They do. They have really good information. They've got tons of data pouring in from mega carriers. Tons as far as rejected tenders, all that kind of stuff. A rejected tender is a load that goes into the spot market. Okay, so a tender, what it is basically it's like an order. Okay, I guess is the easiest way to explain it. A tender is like an order. So a company that produces fucking washing machines, right? They produce 100 washing machines. So they create a load tender, which is an order for a trucking company to come pick up those 100 washing machines. Now, say that trucking company doesn't have the capacity to carry 100 washing machines because all their equipment's tied up. That tender is rejected, okay? And then that company issues it to a broker who then puts it on the spot market. All right? Make sense? There, you happy? I'm happy, Thomas. I'm always happy. And. If you decide to get a truck, you're going to be delivering campers to dealerships. I don't know anything about that. I've never moved campers or boats or whatever. I know that I have people that follow me on Instagram, and I follow them on Instagram. Link in the description if you want to follow me on Instagram. They haul boats for like themselves, independent operators, or independent contractors and owner ops. There's guys that haul campers and boats and shit for TMC. They haul boats. They have a division that hauls boats. And I see them, and they seem to be doing really well. But that's specialized shit. Specialized stuff right now, oversized, like tanker, cars, all that kind of crap, hazmat. That stuff is still doing well because it's specialized. It's always going to carry a premium with it. You know what I mean? It's always going to carry a premium. Just be wary of YouTube trucking recruiters coming from one who has done it. Okay? Coming from one who has done it, just be wary of it. That's all I'm asking you. That's all I'm telling you. What percentage are brokers getting? Well, it depends, right? There's no set rate. So brokers can basically take whatever they want. But if you ask, if you ask drivers, if you ask drivers, it's like they're gonna be like it's way too much, which it is. There should be some kind of limit on it, I think. But they can take anywhere from 40 to 60%. Okay, brokers can take all kinds of money off the load before they put it on you, and then when you $1,000, okay, is what they get from the shipper. Say it's $1,000, they'll immediately try to list it for 500 and get you to take it for 6. You feel like a winner. They pocketed $400 for doing next to nothing. Okay, they pocketed $400 for bugging you and calling you in the middle of the night, right? I mean, they can take more than that. They can take 60% if they want to. They try to pawn the load off as cheap as possible. Thanks for that super chat, Manny. Appreciate it. Hot question. Why are you always against what little guy does? If he says cold, you're hot. Well, because it's easy to get him in his feelings and it's kind of fun. But in a situation like this, not only is he hurting himself, in my opinion, and his family, in my opinion, because he's putting himself at a greater risk. He's also damaging by feeding people that I told that. Over there, don't go thinking that you're going to get babied, because you're not going to get babied. You're not going to hold your fucking hand. You blow a tire, you better know how to call Love's or Pilot or fucking whoever and get your shit fixed. There's no 1-800-FIX-IT number. I'm being honest with you guys here. 100%. No one's going to fucking teach you the freight market. You got to learn it on your own. You got to learn how to negotiate with brokers on your own. You got to learn where the freight is on your own. That information is out there, but you got to fucking look for it. Okay? You got to look for it, man. And you got to learn that shit. And in a market like this, you don't want to be learning. It will bother trouble. Sorry about that. There we go. Now, Father Trucker, are you still there? So, what perks do we get? We got $300 bonus per driver, but we also got a $1,250 stipend for basically wearing night shirts and videos, different things. We got that every month. It was a monthly thing, $1,250 a month, and then they paid our cell phone bills on top of that. So those are some of the perks, and then we got, you know, we just got preferential treatment, tons of it. We got tons of preferential treatment. We got to go to the truck shows, and they paid our, they paid our hotels and paid us to be down and all that kind of stuff, layover pay, et cetera, et cetera. So hopefully that answers your question, bro. Appreciate the super chat. Manny with another super chat. All right, I appreciate it. Been running the spot market 7 months. It's been rough. You guys hear me? Can you see me? There we are. We're back. And if you're getting if you can stay around the $5,000 mark or more, 5,500 or more, you should be all right. Coven, thanks for the. I believe it's pronounced Coven. Am I back? Can I get a comment for that I'm back? Thumbs up thingy. Sorry, I should have warned you guys, but I was at middle talking about being in the middle. I have no idea if I'm live or not. It just keeps going in and out. Well, son of a gun. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get out of here. This obviously is dying, but just be careful. Okay, YouTube trucking recruiters at sometimes can be full of shit. And they could be telling you whatever it is you want to hear just so they can line their own pockets. Okay? If they're not working for the company, not driving for that company, don't listen to them. Talk to you guys later.